So welcome to Maestros. On behalf of me and Maestros, again, thank you for your time this morning. These young minds here, I kind of started out, explaining them how I know you. I see I put your social up so that they can go check you out. But go ahead in your own words, tell us, tell my class about yourself and how you got into the beauty industry.
Okay, again, my name is Shanida, Littlejohn. I am the owner and CEO of Luminous Beauty Bar. I have a background in finance. I actually retired myself in 2019 and pursued my passion. Like, hair was something I always wanted to do since I was a little girl. My parents didn't encourage it. They weren't supportive. However, I pivoted to finance because I actually became a teenage mom, so I had to go to school instead of actually taking the chance and the risk of being a business owner. So once my children became young adults, I decided to pursue my passion by leaving corporate America and becoming a full-time entrepreneur. 2019. There was a layoff. I worked for JP for like 15 years, so I did project management. And there was a layoff, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to go back into corporate America. I think I am comfortable with being able to be in a place to take a risk on myself and fully hone into pursuing my passion. So what I did was I enrolled into Oval, where I met Mr. Farah. Full-time, I did the full-time cosmetology program because I had it set in my mind. I was like, it was always on my vision board that I wanted to own my own salon. So I went ahead and enrolled. I completed the course, I think in like 11 months. I started in June. I graduated April of 2020, so it was in the middle of the pandemic. Once I completed school, I automatically took my test. I did my written before I graduated. I mean, I'm talking about I was in there hustling. Like, I had built all my clientele and everything straight in school. So I still have clients that I serviced in school that still see me today. And that was like 5 years ago. So June, I took my practical. I got my license. I only took each test one time, and I passed. But it was all because I had a plan, I had a vision, I was dedicated. I was like, I have X, Y, Z amount of times to be here because I want to be here, and this is what I want to do. So by December of 2020, so I got my license in 2024. December of 2020, I signed my lease on my first brick and mortar. I did work in a salon. I was working in a salon part-time when I left school, so in the evenings. So I did start like in a salon setting, which is what I recommend. I have experience because it was always a side hustle for me, but going in, I always recommend that you get a mentor and you actually learn the business before you go in. And like, oh, I'm gonna get a brick and mortar. Don't just jump into it like that, because there are things that you need to know and you need to learn about managing your money, how to scale your business, how to gain and retain your clients, and things of that nature. You don't want to go and get a salon suite or a storefront right off the top, because you need to know how the business operates. So anyway, I say all of that now to say I signed my lease December. I opened May of 2021, and this is year number 4. I now have a full service salon where I have stylists that actually work for me, as well as some booth rentals, and I have 2 salon suites. So I have 5 chairs, 2 rooms. I still do hair, as well as I'm a business coach. So I coach for financial literacy on how to obtain and gain like financial aid and financial assistance, and using other people's money, how to balance, how to budget.
Let's talk about that, because that's one of the reasons why I was so excited to get you in here today. We know that our industry is oversaturated with talented individuals. We all have these skills, this art form that we possess individually that allows us to do all of this beautiful work and make all of this money. But you just said the financial literacy training side of it. You coming from a financial background, you possess expertise that allows you to capitalize on that side as well. But we've identified in our industry that that's where the lack is.
Exactly.
I was talking to my students before you arrived and letting them know as much money as we make in our industry, and I haven't did the latest statistics, but last time I checked, about 70% of our professionals were retiring broke or getting to retirement age and having no retirement.
Exactly.
Right? So what advice do you have for these young people coming into the industry? The first thing that should be at the front of their mind to avoid a situation like that?
The first thing I would say is just make sure that you find a financial advisor. Like, make sure that you take your money and that you save, and you say you're saving your money. This is a cash-based business, so people will live off of, oh, I'll make it tomorrow, but tomorrow's not guaranteed. So you want to make sure that you are investing as far as like in life insurance, setting yourself up in like structuring your business yourself as a business. Like, you have to look at it, whether you're working in a salon or you have your own salon suite, you are a business. Whether you are working, you have people under you or not, you working yourself, you're a business. So you need to operate as such, meaning you need to establish an LLC. I never recommend doing a DBA. Establish an LLC and make sure all your money is going into that LLC, and then start to pay yourself. Once you start paying yourself, then you start getting into how do you set up a retirement fund? Like, how do you establish 401k? Like, there are ways that you can go about doing the same thing that you would get from working a 9 to 5, like where you're getting a W-2, where the business is actually taking the money out for you. You're just doing it yourself. And you just have to be disciplined to, when you receive your cash money, make sure you're putting a portion of it to the side that you're saving, as well as reinvesting into your business, back into your business. So my recommendation is just making sure that you find someone that can assist you in allocating where your money should be.
Right. So I hear hire a professional to help you structure your business properly, so that your money, when you get your money, you don't just get it and go spend it. You get it and you put it where it needs to go to be distributed properly to you as a from the business to you. Like, you work for your business. Am I hearing you right? Like, you're creating your business that you work for. And that business, when you earn your dollars, you put it into the business. It's the business that's earning the money. And then the business pays you to work for it.
Exactly.
Everybody understand that? I like that. Okay. So first thing is structuring yourself as a business. Let me ask you this. What piece of advice would you give to a young person? Because, you know, these young people coming into the industry, what I realized today is, you know, the importance of being able to engage people on a professional level, right? The importance of transitioning yourself into an individual that can meet people where they are, and not so much, because we got a lot of, especially in our community, we got a lot of unprofessionals that want to be in our industry unprofessionally. What is that gonna, if you get what I'm saying, like the way they carry themselves, their language, the way that they talk, not wanting to transition and change, you know, what they're used to on a daily basis to become a professional. Because I can tell y'all now, you might not know it just by looking at me or hearing me talk in this setting, but I'm as hood as they come. I'm just gonna be real with you. Yeah. I can get out in the mud with the best of them. I can, but I saw the value in transitioning myself into a professional, right? So that I can do business with professional people. So can you hit on that for my young people?
I sure can. So for me, again, going into the business, if you're willing to take it serious and you want to grow and you want to be successful, you have to operate as a business. So how does the business operate? Is there's structure. You want to carry yourself. You want people to take you serious. So if you out here slanging and banging, know who's going to take you serious. What kind of clientele are you going to attract? So you need to have a target audience. So who's your target audience? Is it the rappers and the celebrities, or is it the corporate businessmen? You know, if you want to gain that type of clientele, then what do you need to do? You need to look professional. You need to be able to speak professionally. You need to be able to bring them to sit in your chair. So it's all about how you make your money. You know, like, do you want to create an experience? You have to carry yourself a certain kind of way in order to attract that type of clientele. That type of clientele is where it's going to bring you your dollars. That's how you're going to be able to charge what you want to charge to make your time worth your while. Like, time is money. So at the end of the day, how much do you want to be paid for your time? Do you want to be paid $25 a haircut, or you want to have a $100 haircut, $150 haircut? What you want to do? How long does it take for you to cut hair? 45 minutes, 30 minutes? Just imagine making $150 an hour versus $25 an hour. So how do you get the client that wants to pay $150 an hour? You need to look the part. You need to act the part. You need to be in those rooms to get those people to come in and share. They need to know that you're confident. They're gonna buy into what you're selling. You are the advertisement of your business. So that would be my recommendation.
All right. Love it. Okay, so now for my young people in this room that are, fearful, right? Like we've stepped into this arena.
Scared money don't make no money. Period.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
All right. There it is. Saying that to say for those of you, because, and I'm not trying to call anybody in this room out, but I tell you guys all the time, my concern is each and every one of you, not just some of you. And so I pay attention to all of you. And there are those of you in this room that you're allowing your fear to overtake your ambition, meaning that you're not stepping out. You're not stretching yourself. You're afraid to fail. You can't be, because
Fail along with the process. You're gonna fail. You gotta be able to pick yourself back up, and you gotta be able to keep going. Again, it's all about your mindset, and it's about how hungry you are. How bad do you want it? So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to approach people and give them your card. Even if you're not 100% comfortable, it's okay to charge a $25 cut right now because you're still learning. It's okay to even do a free cut. However, you want to make sure that you have timelines. Like, okay, for this period of time, I'm do 10 haircuts for $25 or $20 or free, just so you can start getting some traction on your page, just so you can start posting. It's all about just trying to market yourself. So how are you going to go about marketing? Not everything is going to be paid. You might have to do some pro bono stuff. You might have to work in barber. Until you're able to put yourself in a position to be where you want to be. But have a vision, have a dream. What is it that you see for your future? How far do you want to take this? Is it really a profession for you, or is it just something that you want to do right now? Don't waste your time. Don't sit in here and waste time. This is an industry that has been around for forever and can't be replaced by computers. There's no computer that's gonna be able to, or a robot that's gonna be able to come with hair, or be able to come and style hair. I don't care what they create. It's not gonna be. We are creative. You know what I'm saying? So we are artists at the end of the day. A robot is a program, so it can only be programmed to do certain things. We're not programmed to do certain things. We're creators. So be creative and be innovative. Stay on top of the trends. Always be a student. Always be willing to learn.
man, you said something like that. Always be a student. Always be willing to learn. That's for the other side of the coin. That's for the ones that's not afraid, but the ones that have taught themselves how to cut before actually coming to school. And now you've got it all figured out. Yeah, no, you are a student to life. Take this from a man that's older than everybody in this room. I still thrive and desire to learn every single day. It's what you have to do. Growth in your personal life must be infinite, as well as in your career, if you want to see yourself continually to grow. I've said it before, the more you know, the more you grow. So you have to be willing to learn, willing to listen
And
from
always
those.
be willing to.
Yeah.
Like that's a part of life. There's change is gonna come, and you got to adapt and adjust to that.
Find those that are like-minded, that have accomplished what it is you are trying to accomplish, and simply, ask for advice from those individuals. Watch those people that are actually doing what it is that you want to do. There's value in each and every one of you. As classmates, you all are aspiring to be professionals. You can learn from each other. Each one of you bring value to this setting. And know this, you're in the development phase of your career. So for those of you that are intimidated, you can't mess up. As long as you've learned from the process, it was a success. Don't measure what you see in result, and you've only been doing this a matter of weeks or months. It's foolish for you to be so hard on yourself. Know that, hey, I'm putting my all into learning this. And every time that you get that opportunity, every time that you see that head sitting in your chair, now's the time for me to lock in, for me to focus, for me to apply all that I've learned to this point, right? While paying attention to the process and learning throughout this next one. Applying what I learned from the previous one, right? That's what this is. And once you've done it more and more, it's practice. You can't, how you play is how you practice. And for you athletes, how you practice, how you play, you gotta practice hard. Which means you gotta put all you have into your development right now, and you'll be fine. But I'm not here to speak. Let me turn it back over to my guest. So I love what you're giving my students. I might like, when I get guests that, grace us with their time, I love to focus on your area of expertise. Like you said, you come from finance, and finance is the language, not industry. So I would really love for you to give them, you've already told them the importance of structuring yourself as a business and working that way. What is something else, a nugget of knowledge that you can give these young people to carry with them as they operate through that?
Like I said, it's all about, if you want to be taken serious, then you need to operate accordingly. Me having a brick and mortar, I have business hours, so I operate in my business hours. If you want me to work outside of my work hours, you're gonna pay me to work outside of my, and it's gonna be at my discretion. If you are going to, it just helps to keep structure, have structure, have discipline, be stable, have a schedule. People are only gonna do what you allow them to do. So if you're always available, you're gonna get burned out. You want to be able to create a balance. You want to be able to create, you want to be able to have your personal life as well as your business. And your business has to operate. As far as finances, like I said, it's all about being disciplined with your money and saving. I would just say, when you're looking at demographics, as far as finding your location, you want to find something that is going to be accessible. So you want to be close to a highway, somewhere where people don't have to drive too far to get to you. And then it would be about, are you trying to service the people that are downtown, or are you trying to service the people in your community? Like for me, I live in Pearland. So my target audience is the everyday working woman. In my community, where I'm located, I'm not too far from 288. However, it's a neighborhood that's predominantly us, and it's working class people. So you already know, my clientele consists of normally nurses, doctors, attorneys, things of that nature, because I am in a community. So I have people that come from Humboldt. I have people, it's just all about your work. People will travel to you, but you want to be in an area that people feel safe, right? Yeah. You don't want to be somewhere where, what kind of clientele are you gonna get in an unsafe neighborhood? If that's not your target audience, then don't be in that area. You want to be somewhere that's one, convenient, one that's safe, and somewhere where you can even just attract what you're looking for. Structure is in place from the beginning. How you start is you have to set the tone. So just like for life, you have to set the tone in life. If you want people to respect you or take you serious, right, you have to set the tone by setting boundaries, setting the stage. That's like setting a boundary. Here, I'm not old. You can't text me at 10 o'clock at night, because guess what? Business closes at 6 o'clock. I'll follow up tomorrow. Okay. And if they don't respect that, then guess what? That's not the type of people, that's not your audience.
Cause I guess like I had the mindset of like, oh, once I graduate, get out, I'm gonna just be go anytime or anything like that. But I guess that's how you can burn yourself out.
And then you're not gonna want to do it anymore. And then you're gonna start looking at it differently. And then now you're just looking at it for the dollar. Are you looking at it for the dollar, or are you looking at it for a purpose? Like, what's your purpose? Like, there gotta be a purpose. I'm passionate about it because, like, my Luminous Beauty stands for illuminating your inner beauty and bringing it on the outside. Beauty brings confidence. So a lot of women, when they don't look good, they don't feel good. So when you can come in and I can make you look good, then you're gonna walk out feeling good. So it's with a purpose, and that's my everyday driving force. So it makes me get up every day and love what I do versus it just being a job. Like, it's the dollar is gonna come. So you gotta make sure you're networking in this, you're in those rooms where you are, interacting with those people. You can be creative and have your image and have your look, but also have a look that can fit in those rooms. You can just look professional. That's why what you wear. All of that other stuff is your creative that comes along with who you are. But again, you can't go in those settings. You don't want to be in there in a white beater. You know what I'm saying? So you want people. You want people to take you serious. So you need to look the part for them to take you serious. Like, you wouldn't take me serious if I came in here with a bonnet on and some house shoes. So if you want to, it's all about setting the tone. I would say it grows with your clientele, and your level of expertise, like how comfortable you are. Like I said, if you're just starting out and you know that there's still cuts that things that you need to work on, I would say start at a medium price point. People don't even gotta know that you're practicing on them. So when I started, I actually I was doing lash extensions. That was my first license. And what I did, I was never even the face of my business. And a lot of my clientele were white because I lived in a predominantly white neighborhood. So, well, I don't want to say it like that, but what I did was I used Groupon. I did advertising, handing out cards, handing out flyers, and I had a whole clientele, and they didn't even know who I was. They would come in and they were surprised to see the little black girl. But guess what? They laid on my bed and they got service, and my clientele kind of grew from that. I started off I think I was charging like $75. Then now I charge $145. So it's all about how much is your time worth, you know what I'm saying? And it's about your skill set. As you grow and as you start taking classes or taking courses and things of that nature, then you up the prices. As your clientele starts to grow and your demand starts to grow, then now there's a demand for you. So baby, now you're gonna pay for me. You are a walking advertisement. So how you look, a lot of like people, I have a braider, she braids my hair. People will say, oh, I like your hair. You do? Here's a card. That's why I said, when you look the part, people are gonna ask you, or people are gonna compliment you, or they're gonna wanna stop and they're gonna say something to you. So that's a starting point for you to be able to respond back and engage in the conversations and tell them what you do and leave a card, whether they use it or they don't. So that's what I'm saying, don't be afraid. That's where you're gonna lose it. You can't be shy. This is the service, like this is the people industry, so you have to learn how to engage with people whether you like it or not. Like you being shy and timid, nobody's gonna sit in your chair, because how are they gonna know who you are? That's how you wanna start. You are a brand, so brand yourself accordingly. Have a business page, have a personal page. Don't have over your business. Like don't be doing all your wild crazy stuff on your business page and on your personal page, and that's what you're handing out. Have something just specific for your work, so that's what you are promoting, not your personal. So just create a logo, structure your page, everything's all about image. People buy into what they see. You know what I'm saying? You want to go in,
Collaboration.
just start it like that. Have an idea of what your brand looks like. You can rebrand. It can always change. But start off, you want to, that's why I'm saying start off as a business and be professional. Create your business cards. You don't have to spend $1 million. You can go Canva and create business cards on Canva and print them on Canva. You can print them through CVS. You can, you know, like there's, you don't have to spend a lot of money.
Come on. Yeah. All right. All right, so as you can see, Luminous Beauty, right? That's where you can follow. And you also do the classes on financial literacy, correct? All right, so you guys definitely want to tap in so you can know when those dates are coming up, when you can actually come out and get in depth, right? The actual knowledge of how to form yourself as a business, right? Like she told you that that's what you need to do. She told you that you need a professional to guide you on how to do that. That opportunity exists right here in front of you. Simply follow her, and when those events are happening, make the investment in yourself and go out and learn these strategies.
So events are normally free. They're happy hours. So I'm working on. So I actually started a networking event. It's called Beauty and Collaboration. So it's an event where I have it in different places. We're just inviting out professionals to come in and actually network. And sometimes we do a forum where I have panelists that actually speak to give you knowledge on things that you may want to know about. It's a room full of people. Don't be afraid to connect with another person. Always have, I recommend, my biggest recommendation is finding a mentor. You never should be the smartest person in the room. You should always put yourself in rooms where where you want to go. You know, like your circle is going to determine where you go. So make sure that you are keeping people around you that are going in the same direction and that you can have these kind of conversations with, like, hey, how did you do? You know, that's willing and open to share information. No one should be gatekeeping. Like it's a $1 billion industry. There's enough money to go around for everybody. You may specialize in one thing. Your niche could be, you know, your target audience is one, and somebody else is the other. You know, like you could have advice to share with someone else. Like so don't. So though I like to create those forums. Like I have a upcoming event on I think August 29th. I am releasing. I haven't posted it yet.
Okay.
I am releasing it's called Beauty Bankers. So it is a journal on how to save. Just a tracker to save, you know, like giving you tips on how to save your money, how to allocate, how to work on paying off the debt if you have debt, you know what I'm saying? How to create your monthly budget and try to, you know, so that you can stick within it, and also a tracker on how to save.
We'll add this, something that I learned at home though. It didn't have nothing to do with barbering. It was just how I was taught to survive. You need to know every dollar that you make, and you need to know every dollar that you spend.
That's what it's in the book. It's a tracker. So your income expense, so meaning how much money you're making, how much is coming in, and how much you're paying out, so that you can actually see at the end of the day, are you trending in the red? Are you making money, or are you not making no money?
And also I heard you say something that's really, really that caught my ear. And that is, there's no gatekeepers. Winners, I've told you guys this before, winners love to see people win. Anyone that's actually really successful and doing well in the industry, they want to see you do it as well. And they have no problem doing it. They have no problem sharing how it is that they got to where they are, because they want to see you get there too. All right? Any other questions for our guests? Everybody good? All right, let's give our guests some love, man. Let's give them a warm